The NPP has no intention of giving up the E-Levy. I am saying that he's taking leave of his senses. He doesn't have that privilege. Professor of law, he must know what is there in the Constitution.
Honorable, these are strong words for you.
Of course, I intend to be extremely strong. I am saying that.
Hello, people of Ghana. The name has always been Chris, aka with all due respect, this nonsense must stop. No amount of lies will defeat the truth. The truth always stand out. The BM because say and true BM ni what ebitimi edu no kwano so no kwano begina amamanse nyina ehu. Se nene ye da edi kan a o hwe so 360 media mi kire say obe like page no wa follow page no wa go through your videos no comment bia wo bia no wo dia to with say your video na asie na wa subscribe to your YouTube channel no ya share asie na wa subscribe to your YouTube channel no na emreni admin bia no video bia ye de betu hobia no o click notification no na aba ama we hu de bia me ka say yempanifo eni adwempa bia e matchmenfo yempanifo edi oman nim no both NDC and NPP no none of them has a good plan for the citizen. Near omo nyina ne set to accumulate wealth for themselves. Now, enche ye bia na Professor Atuguba one of the conferences as na or research bia omo ye na danfo bi ye efa omanga na ho na or nema ede di prefe se ahwe ya basabasa ye betimi esi wo omanga na mu. Na oche na adwene na wie ye no nkofo bebre ekasai nipa baako Hon.Kt.Hammond yen konkohwe Hon.Kt.Hammond nsem a oka fa Professor Atuguba nsem na okire yen konkohwe mbra.
I'm incandescent with rage that he of all people could make a pronouncement of that magnitude without him realizing the significance of the statement that he made. The others could be pardoned for their ignorance of the law and the ignorance of every other thing that you can think about. Atuguba doesn't have that privilege. Professor of no other subject but of the law.
He made a condition.
Yes, that's been bandied about. That it was a conditional statement. Okay, what were the conditions? If the NPP does not go groveling on its knees, if it doesn't give up the E-Levy for all the sins that it's supposed to bring to the country and all that, the military would intervene. That is the condition. I've said that the NPP has no intention of giving up the E-Levy.
You're not backing down the
No, nonsense. The NPP has no intention of groveling on this needs to the NDC. So if we don't kowtow to the needs of the NDC, Atuguba is saying that is a precondition for the military to come in. That's what he's saying. I am saying that he's taking leave of his senses. He doesn't have that privilege. Professor of law, he must know what is there in the Constitution.
Honorable, these are strong words for you.
Of course, I intend to be extremely strong. I am saying
quite
that.
derogatory. I mean.
Well, no. It's a fact. It's a factual reality. If a professor of law who knows the Constitution, he was taught as a student to know what the Constitution encapsulates, spirit of the whole country. As a professor, he lectures in it, he teaches it. He is abrogated all of that and taken leave of half of his brain to go out there and make this assertion. It is unforgivable. It is sinful. Atuguba doesn't have that privilege. It's wrong. The preconditions I've told you, who is about to satisfy that? If we don't do it the NDC, we are not NDCs. We are MPP government. We don't intend to do anything he is suggesting. If we don't do it, the way is paved for the military to take over. Is that what he's suggesting? I'm not so sure how old he is. I don't know. But if he's been reading the law, but I don't think he's been reading history. He should be reading the political history of Ghana as much as he's reading the law. He would get the synchronization right, and I think he would begin to get the other half of his brain back in situ.
But there are those who have called, and this is my final question to you, calling that, his comments constitute treason. I don't know if you believe that. And so the police
why am I sweating if I don't believe that? No.
Not necessarily being.
No, it is treasonous. It's a treasonable. But listen, you can't. People are making all sorts of comments. I've told you that I can forgive some of them. They don't know what they are. Some of the NDC, whatever, foot soldiers, and they're making, you forgive them. They are ignorant. They don't know what they are talking about. But a person of his, I thought, caliber, of his stature in society, At least he's worked in the political cycle for very long. He was with President Mahama. I do know for that. He was at the presidency. And then, if nothing at all, the man is a professor of law. This whole business of constitution is to do with the law. He teaches the law to his students. This is the man who is suggesting that if a certain government does not do A, B, C, D, the condition is ripe for the military to take over.
So the police
How old was it? Well, I'm surprised if by now they haven't called him. I don't know. But they certainly should.
He's not planning to stage a coup himself.
You see, Parker, banter and the argument. Who says that he says he would? How can he stage it? He hasn't got a bicycle or whatever. He hasn't got whatever. He didn't say that he himself will stage a coup. He says that the conditions are right for the invitation. He's inviting them. You see, staging a coup is not, if you remember those days when they were arresting them, shooting them.
So, I mean, you're a lawyer.
Yes,
you're a lawyer.
Yes,
so if the police invite him, what are they going to ask him? What are the charges going to level?
Well, you say leave that with them. I don't do it. I do my work. My work is what we are doing now. Let them do their work. Please, the national security, the police, when they invite him, they will know the questions to put to him. But my point is that at his level, he has no reason, he has no excuse to make that kind of statement.
Okay, so the previous video now me reacted to Professor Atuguba sa analysis now. He was trying to let Ghanaians know, let the government know, these are the things, the hardship in the country, the way everybody is lamenting, the way the citizens are complaining. These are the things that is showing, basa yebet mesi, wambo E-Levy. But utie Hon.Kt.Hammond. Hon.Kt.Hammond, MPP phone. They are not ready to give up the E-Levy. They are not ready to give up the E-Levy. Meaning, the MPP government want to push a bone into the throat of Ghanaians, which Ghanaians are not ready to swallow. They want to force Ghanaians into the war to accept certain things that Ghanaians don't want to. This is the same government who said that don't be spectators. We should involve in the affairs of this country. But look at what he's saying. Honorable Eka. They don't drink him. No Gianni or me imagine say, Senya, Honorable Kt.Hammond, Eka and Semno. One can't send beer at Toasun, and now one making sense beer. Why drink say? The MPP is not ready to give up the E-Levy. What do you think about this statement that Honorable Kt.Hammond has made? Let me receive your comment in the comment section. I mean, you are doing today our comment section. The name has always been Chris, aka with all due respect, this nonsense must stop. Like the page, follow the page, subscribe to the YouTube page too. Mackerel.